Hi guys, welcome back to Five. Today we are talking about dating, and today we thought we'd come down to the beach where we love to come and spend a lot of our time and just talk to you guys about dating.
Who likes the beach more, me or you?
Me.
No, me.
Let's see.
I invited you to the beach when we got together.
Okay. I go down to the beach more.
No. Anyway, we're going to talk about dating today and how important it is. So if you have just started dating each other, or if you've been married for 30 years, dating is really important to keep your relationship alive. And I think we love our job. One of the reasons why we love our job is to invest, help invest in your relationship. And so dating is one of those things. We'd like to share a few tips with you today. The other day I saw a tag on Instagram that said, "I love dating you," and it was written by somebody who's already married, and I absolutely loved that. I think we're so good at going on dates, investing in each other, spending a little bit of money on a date, having some fun, putting in the time and energy before we get married. But after we get married, maybe the first couple of years is okay, but then you can start to get a bit complacent because you end up getting a ton of responsibilities and just life gets busy and it gets in the way and you stop dating each other. But I think we think it's so important to keep going on those dates, to keep your relationship alive and to keep it fresh, because no matter how much you put into your relationship, it'll never be as much as what you get out of the dating that you do.
We have two sets of couple friends that are so good at dating. One of them, they've been married, Tim and Debbie, they've been married 18 years, and the other one, Justin and Camilla, they've been married for 10 years. And they are so good at going on weekly dates or bi-weekly dates. So we thought, they'd be great people to ask advice. Yeah. And so we've mixed in some of our own thoughts with some of their recommendations and ideas too.
Number one is time. We heard a leader, a great leader, speak on marriage and relationships a few years ago, and she had some great advice and said that a couple should make time to spend together a couple of hours each week. So some time to connect or go for a walk, even something really simple, just once a week. And then, or more if you can, but and then go on a date out somewhere. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money if you don't want it to, or it can do, once a month. And then to spend a weekend together every year, once a year. And that could mean going away or getting somebody else to look after your children if you've got them. So it's investing, it's prioritising the time to actually doing it and being really proactive about putting time aside.
Number two, what should we do? Be creative, have fun, take it in turns to do some of the stuff you want to do, and just have fun with it.
Spend some money or don't spend money. There was actually a couple on Instagram we saw post a few months ago, which I loved, and they do alphabet dating. So one week they'll do, say, like, I don't know, F, flat whites, food, and going to the farm, or G is gigs and gin and tonic, or E was escape rooms.
I like G.
And so they take it in turns to organise it, and then they use letters that go through the alphabet to come up with a date for each other. So you could do that once a month if you want to, or even once a week if you've got time. But it's actually just choosing to have a bit of fun and be creative with it.
Yeah. One thought around that is putting money aside with your monthly budget. Date fund or whatever it is. I just think it's so key to invest money in your relationship, and where that money comes from, you can save it somewhere else. It's such a big investment and such a good investment in your marriage.
And there's not really any point in saving money on your food bill if your marriage falls apart. So it's just a really important, really good thing to put a little bit of money aside for dating. Number three is date talking. Both couples talked about this as being a vital one, and it's about your conversation when you're on the date. So it's about being intentional about drawing each other out and asking questions and talking about how you feel, being brave with one another, and being really, really open and honest about different things in your relationship and things you feel about life. It's not about criticising or pointing the finger. It's not about trying to come up with a to-do list of things you've got to do and or should do or would do. It's about just chatting to each other and connecting on a deeper level. I think one of the couples said it's really important to do that towards the beginning and not for the whole evening, to make sure that you balance it with deep stuff as well as fun stuff. And also, I think Camilla mentioned about check-in questions, so you have the same 3 questions that you do each week, which they do, and that's lovely. There's a little black book, I'll put a link to it at the end, that gives you questions to ask if you're rubbish at coming up with questions. It's really cool to have a little bank of questions that you can draw on and give yourself I think we went on a date once and asked each other, what would you do with £1 million? I mean, or what would you do with £10 million? And it's actually so fun to come up with a little plan of what you do if that happened. So it's really connecting, but trying to talk about the deep stuff, but avoid pointing the finger and criticising and doing too much of that. Keep it at the beginning of the evening.
Number 4, those screens.
Those screens.
Yes. We all do it. They're there all the time. It's just one of those things. You're probably watching one on right now.
Yeah.
So just keep it just for this, and then don't get rid of it after that. But no, one of our friends, they said, when they're on the date, they just make sure their phones are put away. Even if that means they're going away to a restaurant, one of them has their phone just in case for whatever reason they need, but they don't look at their phones. It's so important to engage one another and not be sitting there thinking and looking at what Harry next door's doing or what Instagram stuff you want to be looking at. Tesco shop, all those things that just distract us. Be in the moment with each other. And also it's so good for your own psyche, just getting those time away from the screens. We're all in front of them all the time. If you can just get away from them and be with each other together, that is so important for each of you, for your marriage, but also for just one another.
Absolutely. Number 5 is to understand each other. I think we recorded a 5 episode way back at the beginning when we were doing these about marriage, and I think this one is crucial as well, because me and Tom have got a good marriage, but we have different ways of loving each other. We've got different love languages, they're called, and I receive love in a different way to Tom receives love. I give out love in a different way to Tom does. You can look this up, there are 5 different love languages, but it's really important to understand the other ones so that they feel loved, because when they feel loved, it's going to make your relationship a whole lot better, as you know. So understand each other and make sure you speak their language when you go on a date, particularly.
Number 6.
Bonus
Number 6. Prioritise it. Don't cancel it. When you've got those dates in, unless something absolutely crazy comes up that you need to do it, keep those in the diary. It's so important.
Yeah, I think actually Tim and Debbie are really good at that. They are an incredibly busy couple, very, very busy job. And Tim is particularly you've got to prioritise it. You have to put your marriage first before everything, because actually everything comes from that. Your relationship with your kids can come from that. Your satisfaction and joy in life can come from that intimate relationship. So prioritise it, make it number 1. And I don't think you regret it if you do.
No.
So we hope those 5/6 tips were really helpful to you and kind of maybe gave you a nudge to sort out a date night with your partner, because that is the most important thing you could do today, I reckon. So we've got a little competition for you today.
Whoop-whoop.
We are giving you the chance to win a family shoot or a couple shoot. And
otherwise known as sometimes an engagement shoot.
But not if you're not engaged or you've already married, like a couple shoot.
Yes.
Our friends that we did one for some friends the other day who've been married for 35 years or something, and it was just the best. It was so lovely. Anyway, so we would love to gift somebody with that. If you don't want one, you can gift it to somebody else as a present. We can do a voucher for you and you can give it to somebody else. But that's what's up for grabs. And what we'd like you to do is, in the comments below, write the best date that you've ever been on, or an idea for an amazing date. Don't go too crazy town like getting in a helicopter and flying to some random place.
Have we got to put a budget on this?
That's not going to happen. but something that's accessible for other people to do. So your most favourite date that you've ever been on, or one that somebody else you know of has done, and then drop it in the comments, and we're going to choose the best 5, and then
Put them in a hat.
I thought we could get people to vote.
Ooh.
So we put it on
Much
our
better.
social story or something, we'll work out a way, and get you to vote. And the person that wins, that comes up with the best vote, is going to win a couple shoot or a family shoot. So
We'll put some more details below.
yeah, we'll put
So-
some more details below, but yeah, think of your best date. And then the other thing we're going to do is going to publish that list of dates as well on our blog, so you can have tons of ideas of what you can do on date nights. And we hope that you have fun trying. And we can't wait to give somebody a shoot, to hear them and to give somebody a shoot as well. So thank you so much for listening today. And next up is sustainable weddings, back to weddings, and how you can make your wedding a bit more sustainable. See you next time.
Cheers, bye.